Hi everyone and welcome back to Liz Sews. In today's video, I'm going to be debunking 5 common bra making myths. So let's get started. The first myth I want to talk about in bra making is about sizing. There's a common misconception that you can just make your ready-to-wear bra size and everything's going to work out fine. That is very rarely the case. Every pattern designer has their own measuring technique and different ways of determining what size you should be making in their pattern. For every pattern you pick up, I recommend using the designer's measuring techniques and starting with that as your bra. So for instance, in a pattern like the Black Beauty bra from Emerald Erin, if I use her measuring directions, I come up with a 34D. That is my bra size that I use in that pattern. Conversely, if I use the instructions for orange lingerie, I come up with a size 38A. Both of those sizes fit me in those particular patterns. So it's really important to look at what the pattern designer intends because that's going to get you to the closest size. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to make it up and it's going to fit wonderfully, but that's always where I like to start. I'm going to start with a size that's recommended by my pattern, and then I'm going to make little tweaks along the way until I get my perfect fit. The second myth I'd like to dispel is that sewing a bra is hard. Now, I hope that through the years on my channel, I've put up a lot of content about the actual construction portion of sewing a bra. And for most part, I think it's fairly good to see that it isn't that difficult. There's tiny steps, you take it one at a time, and then you'll have a bra at the end. Particularly if you are already familiar with garment sewing, I think it's much more difficult to set in a sleeve, for instance, than sew a bra. So the next myth is that you need fancy machines to make bras. And that's not the case either. You definitely don't need a serger. I use my serger in bra making very rarely. Probably the most often is when I'm making underwear, and that's just because I don't like having exposed seams. But really, all you need to get started in sewing a bra is a sewing machine that can do a straight and a zigzag stitch. That's it. Now, if you have a 3-step zigzag, that's pretty nice. If you have a walking foot, that makes things a lot easier. But really, when it comes down to it, all you need is a straight and a zigzag stitch. So unfortunately, your antique Mother's Singer sewing cabinet probably won't work because it's only going to do a straight stitch. But any sort of basic machine will get you there in the beginning. I'm not necessarily recommending you go out and buy that $100 brother machine that you've seen at Walmart. At the end of the day, I find those machines are just more headache and problem than they're worth. But if you're really interested in sewing, you probably already have the equipment you need to make bras. The next misconception that I hear all the time is that bralettes are easier than bras. I don't necessarily find that to be the case. You're working with the same sort of elastics, the same sort of materials. The main difference between a bralette and a bra has to do with the wire itself. And the addition of the wire is literally as simple as sliding a pre-made wire into a tube. Anyone can do that. So you will have to sew underwire channeling into a wired bra, and I've also seen underwire channeling used in some bralettes as well. So if you're already sewing underwire channeling in your bralettes, like the Mara bralette from Studio Costura Shop, you've already learned all of the techniques that you need for making a wired bra. People like to start out with a bralette because they think it's easier, but that might not even necessarily be the type of bra that they like to wear. And then you're going to waste all of that time at making a bra that you're not interested in using. I always say start with what you're interested in wearing and move from there. And then the last misconception I want to talk about is seams in bras. Now, and that is that you can't make your own bras because you're concerned that seams are going to show on the outside of your clothing. They think that the only way to get a seamless look is by using that preformed molded cup. And I'm here to say that simply isn't true. So I'm wearing a bra right now. I'm wearing a bra with multiple seams in the cup, and it's made out of lace. And I'm wearing a shirt that has a lot of negative ease in it. And still, you can't really see any seams on there. As long as the bra fits you fairly well, you won't see seams on the outside of your clothing. The other thing to consider if you're seeing a lot of seams or bulging like that is that your fabric is stretching where your seams are not. you should be using a fairly stable fabric in the cups of your bra, the cups and frames of your bra. So something like duoplex, micro duoplex, sheer cup lining, something like that, that's going to really limit the amount of stretch that you're experiencing. As long as the fabric is stable, you shouldn't be seeing any sort of like indents where you're getting seams on the bra. So this idea that you have to have this like pre-formed molded t-shirt bra is the only way to have an invisible bra is just not the case. And I would urge you to take the time and try to make a better fitting bra, and you'll see that the world of possibility really opens up for you. I hope you guys have enjoyed these 5 myths debunked for bra making, and I'll see everyone next time. Take care.